Alright, what's going on, you fam? You didn't hear? So exciting times ahead. It looks like the developers have decided to bless us with a new Goku Black. Mr. Rose over here. It seems like this game has one of two modes. It's either going to be releasing some new Gohans or Goku Black characters for some reason. But anyways, all free characters are, I guess, welcome. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at his kit here. Right out the gate, we see that he is yellow. That might be a bit difficult if you factor in all the yellow characters that he's going to be competing against. So Yellow Future Gohan definitely has a handle on that one. Powerful opponent. I would pretty confidently say LF Frieza has that one too. But I think he's just meant to be another potential option for that tag, so that's always good. I think having a 1% sparking option for a team is always a good idea. And because he's entirely free, we can make him be a pretty good viable option. So let's go ahead and see. I'm just going to see him at 7 stars. Okay, it's not too bad. He is a strike-oriented unit, but his defenses are really low. Even for a free character, that's obscenely low. 14 stars, I guess it looks okay, but actually no, it doesn't look okay. This is really bad. Those defenses are not that great. So I'm going to assume that his kit is really going to be carrying him here. I think you can get him to 7 stars early, and then the 14 stars comes way later. That's usually where the time-gated part is. My hope is that it's going to be structured like the Kid Buu event. But anyways, enough talking about that. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we got here. So, main ability, Rose-Colored Castigation. Restore own health by 35%. 30% to strike damage inflicted for 30 timer counts with a -5 to own strike arts cost for 30 timer counts. Okay. I guess it's alright. Doesn't seem too bad. 35% health restore is quite high, so that's pretty cool. First passive, beautiful. Subjugation. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. 70% to damage inflicted. Reduces damage received by 35% for 15 timer counts. I guess that pretty much explains why his stats seem so low. Even normal summonable sparking units, when they have a rather high uncancelable damage inflicted passive with a reduced damage received that's really high, they tend to have lower stats, and it looks like that's what's happening here. But because he's a free character, he's getting double slashed right there. That's pretty much what that is. So that's pretty high. 35% reduced damage received with really low defensive stats. I don't really know how that's going to fare, but we'll see. Applies the following effects to self. Upon landing a strike or blast arts hit, while enemies inflicted with bleed, heavy bleed, or extreme bleed. So, if your opponent is suffering from bleed, heavy bleed, or extreme bleed, and you land a strike or a blast card, you will restore 5 ki, gain a 15% strike damage inflicted buff, which can occur twice. The effects and activation count reset after character switches. So that means that is the restore key permanent, but the strike damage buff will only go up to 30%, and then I guess you swap out, you gotta earn that back. That's how I'm interpreting this. But this is the cool part here. Draw a strike card next, activates twice. Activation count resets when characters switch. So if you're going to be hitting a character that's bleeding with either a strike or a blast card, you're going to draw another strike card up to 2 times. That's pretty cool. Reminds me of a mini Vegito Blue. And I guess that gives some additional points to LF Rose. His stoinks go up, I guess, just because he can pretty much guarantee a nice little bleed. His next passive, power to bring about the apocalypse. 30% to strike damage inflicted against Hybrid Saiyans, cannot be cancelled. Pretty cool. Applies the following effects to self, according to the number of counts elapsed with current character. So if you're on the battlefield for 3 timer counts, you'll draw a special arts card. Okay, happens twice. 6 timer counts, 20% to damage inflicted and restores vanish by 100%. Oh, that's cool. Oh, whoa. I think that might be the explanation for why his defensive stats are so low. This character is going to be able to restore his vanish gauge. Ooh, that's actually something new. I don't think we've seen a character do that. 10 timer counts have elapsed, restore own ki by 20, and 20% damage inflicted Effect resets after character switch. Whoa, this character can constantly gain their Vanish Restore back after 6 timer counts. That's not bad. That means that he will help you stay on the battlefield for long enough that you can get all this other passives. Because if you go into this character and you do all this fun stuff, that's pretty cool. The only thing that's going to stink though is 6 timer counts elapse, you restore your Vanish gauge. Odds are it's still going to proc even if you don't need to restore Vanish. So I can see this being wasted very easily, if you know what I mean. I can see you going into the character, doing a combo, and then when it's finally time for you to dodge an attack, this has already occurred. So I can see this being wasted, but that's kind of cool to see that it's even possible. I like that. It's something new. The strike card now gives a 50% chance to inflict bleed. Makes sense. Traditional blast. This blue card, violent, fierce, god slicer, major explode damage. The opponent gets hit with a plus 30% to strike damage received debuff, 10 timer counts, and 100% chance to inflict bleed. Makes sense, feed into his passives. This green card, which a lot of the stuff that he does seems to be revolving around. Restore on key by 40, 10% to strike damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, 100% chance for the next strike card or blast card to inflict heavy bleed on hit, and cancels enemy buff effects. That's cool. That's pretty strong. You'll love to see it. What's his Z ability? 19% to future base strike attack, 26% to future, plus 15% to characters that are both powerful opponent and future. Alright, it's not the worst Z ability. It's not bad. You get double defenses here and some decent strike attack. I like to see it. He doesn't seem that bad of a character. I think he looks alright. Once you have him at 14 stars, and if you play around his passives here, I think he'll be alright. But having lowered stats because you can restore Vanish like this is very reminiscent to UI Goku, and I think we all know how that discussion goes. They catch you slipping once, you're pretty much dead. But outside of this character, there's some other stuff that they brought us. Really exciting is the Sparking Limit Break banners returning. A lot of people have been asking for this thing, and guess what? It's coming back soon. So that last little debate that they're going to be doing to get your Chrono Crystals before the major celebration starts. Outside of that, there also is a new piece of equipment. That's this guy here. By might will be unrivaled. So, looks like Super Saiyan Rose characters will be getting a up to 15% strike attack buff, up to 8% damage inflicted to Hybrid Saiyans, and a up to 10% base HP buff. That's pretty good. A couple of these characters have some nice anti-hybrid passives. We also, well, this is just what the event page is going to be looking like for getting the Rose. So cool art, cool event, cool thing to keep us busy while we wait for the countdown to begin. Because the festival countdown adventure login bonus, we are counting down to the super hype moments. It is surely going to happen soon. And I also believe a new chapter to the story is here. Chapter 11. Another book, I believe. I may be wrong. Let me know in the comment section below, but I'm pretty damn sure this is another chapter in the story too. So I think that pretty much covers it. A new Limit Break banner, a new free-to-play Rose character, lock-in bonus counting down to the festival, a new piece of equipment, some pretty neato stuff. Nothing too crazy as part of, this week's reset, but all the hype stuff is happening soon. Be sure to save all your Chrono Crystals because the Legends Festival always brings some fun stuff. But let me know what you're most excited for. Who do you think is coming? A lot of people speculate that this means that, Sword of Hope Trunks is essentially guaranteed now. I wouldn't say that's the case. I don't think this guarantees a future 3 theme either. It's just a Rose character because we all think he's cool. We'll have to see what happens. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time, peace.